Settle in now. Let your shoulders lower a little. Let your hands become still. There is nowhere you need to arrive quickly tonight. There is nothing you need to finish before this story can begin. For the next little while, you can let the day move away from you, the way the tide moves slowly out from the shore, leaving behind smooth sand, quiet stones, and small pools of reflected light. Tonight, you arrive at a coastal village at low tide. It is evening, just after sunset, when the sky still holds a little blue, but the first stars have begun to appear above the roofs. The air is cool and clean. It smells faintly of salt, wet stone, and wood that has spent many years near the sea. The road into the village is narrow. It curves between low stone walls and small gardens where the flowers have closed for the night. A few windows glow warmly on either side, each one softened by thin curtains and lamplight. Behind one window, a kettle steams on a stove. Behind another, a chair waits beside a table with a book lying open, face down, as if someone has only just stepped away. There is no hurry here. The village seems to have finished its work for the day. The boats are in, the shops are closed, the tide is out, and the whole harbor rests in a wide, gentle pause. You walk slowly down the lane toward the water. Your footsteps sound soft on the old stones, which are still damp from an earlier mist. The lane slopes gradually, passing a tiny bakery with blue shutters, a post office no larger than a cottage, and a small shop with shells and postcards arranged in the dark window. Everything is quiet. Not empty, not lonely. Only quiet in the way a place becomes quiet when it knows the day is done and nothing more needs to be asked of it. At the bottom of the lane, the harbor opens before you. Because the tide is low, the water has drawn back from the seawall, leaving the boats resting gently in the wet sand and dark mud below. They lean a little to one side, held by ropes, calm and patient until the water returns. Their painted hulls are faded by weather, blue, white, green, and one deep red boat with a name you cannot quite read in the dim light. The ropes make soft sounds against wooden posts. A lantern swings above the harbor steps. Somewhere farther out, beyond the shelter of the village, the sea continues its slow breathing. You pause by the railing and look down. Small pools of water shine between the boats, each one holding a piece of the evening sky. In one pool, the reflection of a window trembles gently. In another, the first star appears, small and bright, as if the sky has placed it there for safekeeping until morning. You breathe in, the air is cool and salty. You breathe out, the day loosens. The tide has gone out, and you imagine that your thoughts can go with it, not forced away, not pushed, only carried softly outward, one by one. The task you did not finish, the message you have not answered, the decision that can wait, the small worry that kept returning at the edge of your attention. Each one is allowed to move away for now, floating out beyond the harbor wall, where the dark water is wide enough to hold it without judgment. You turn from the railing and continue along the quay. The harbor stones are broad and uneven, worn smooth by salt air and many years of footsteps. Along the wall, nets are folded in quiet piles. A row of wooden crates sits beside a locked shed. Coils of rope lie in careful circles, each one placed neatly, as though even the tools of the village are ready for sleep. Above you, gulls are quiet on the rooftops. The lamps along the harbor are beginning to glow. Their light is soft and amber, falling in small circles on the ground. You walk from one circle of light to the next, slowly enough to notice how each one feels like a pause, a small, warm place in the deepening blue of evening. Ahead, a narrow wooden boardwalk begins. It follows the curve of the harbor toward a row of cottages and a low building with a sign above the door. The sign is painted by hand and shows a simple image of a wave and a lantern. Beneath it are the words, "The Harbor Room." It looks like an inn, not a grand hotel, not a place that asks to be noticed. Only a quiet house beside the water, with clean windows, a low roof, and a warm light burning in the entrance hall. You decide you will come back to it later. For now, the evening is still soft enough for one slow walk. You follow the boardwalk. It creaks gently under your feet, not in an alarming way, but in the familiar voice of old wood. The sound joins the distant sea, the soft movement of ropes, and the occasional drip of water from the stones below. To your left, the village rises in layers. Stone steps climb between cottages. Small gardens lean over walls. Window boxes hold dark green leaves and pale flowers. To your right, the harbor lies low and open, with the boats resting, the sand shodding, and the sea waiting beyond the wall. You reach a small square at the end of the boardwalk. In the center of the square stands a drinking fountain made of old stone. A thin stream of water falls from the mouth of a carved fish into a basin below. Around the square are 3 closed shops: a bakery, a shandery, and a little cafe with chairs stacked carefully against the wall. The cafe window still glows from inside. On a table near the glass, someone has left a small vase of flowers and a folded cloth. The chairs are empty, but the room does not feel abandoned. It feels ready. Ready for morning. Ready for voices and coffee and the small, bright noise of cups. But not yet. Tonight, it is enough for the cafe to rest. You sit for a moment on a bench beneath the awning. The bench is dry. The wood is cool through your clothes. From here, you can see the street, the harbor, and the faint outline of the lighthouse path beyond the village. You let your eyes move slowly. There's the bakery, with its blue shutters. There's the red boat leaning gently in the low tide. There's the lantern at the harbor steps. There's the road that climbs toward the lighthouse, pale in the evening light. You do not need to choose quickly. You do not need to make the walk longer than it wants to be. In a sleep story, every road is patient. Every door opens at the right time. Every quiet place waits for you without asking why you are late. After a while, you stand and follow the road toward the lighthouse. It is not far. The path begins behind the last row of cottages, where the village gives way to grasses and low stone walls. The grass moves gently in the sea breeze. Small white flowers grow close to the ground, their petals dim in the last of the light. The lighthouse stands on a low point beyond the harbor. Its white walls have turned blue in the evening. The lantern at the top is not bright yet, only beginning to glow. It turns slowly, sending a soft, pale beam across the water, across the rooftops, across the stones where the tide has left its shining marks. You walk only part of the way. There is no need to reach the lighthouse tonight. Halfway along the path is a wooden gate, and beside it a low wall where you can sit and look back at the village. You sit there now. The harbor is below you. From this distance, the boats look like toys placed gently in a dark bowl. The windows of the village are warmer now, each one a quiet square of gold. The inn near the boardwalk glows steadily. The bakery is dark. The cafe is dark. The lanterns on the quay make a dotted line along the water's edge. The tide is still out, but even as you sit there, you can sense that it will return. Not all at once, not with urgency, only slowly, faithfully, in its own time. This is a comforting thought. Things can leave and return. Energy can go out and come back. Attention can drift and come home. Rest is not something you have to chase. It is more like the tide. It comes when the conditions soften. It comes when there is room. It comes when you stop standing at the edge of yourself, asking the night to hurry. So you give the night room. You let your breathing slow. You let the village below become a simple pattern of lights. You let the air move around you. The wind is gentle. The sea is distant. The lighthouse turns. After a few quiet minutes, you stand and begin walking back. The path down feels even easier than the path up. The stones are familiar now. The grass is familiar. The curve of the harbor road is familiar. The whole village feels as if it has accepted you for the evening, quietly, without ceremony. When you reach the first cottages, you hear the soft sound of a curtain being drawn, then a latch, then nothing. The village is settling. So are you. You return to the boardwalk and walk toward the harbor room. The inn door has a brass handle and a small window with a curtain inside. When you open it, a bell gives one quiet note above your head. The entrance hall is warm. There is a woven rug on the floor, a bench for removing boots, and a narrow table holding a bowl of smooth stones. Each stone is different: gray, white, green, black, brown. Some are striped, some are round as little moons. Someone has written a small card and placed it beside the bowl. Take one for the night if it helps you rest. You choose a smooth gray stone, cool and heavy in your palm. It fits perfectly there. A voice from a room nearby says, "Good evening." Not loudly, just enough to welcome you. An innkeeper appears in the doorway, carrying a folded towel. She has kind eyes and the relaxed manner of someone who has lived beside tides for a long time. She says, "Your room is ready. There is tea upstairs if you would like it. There is no breakfast time to remember too carefully. The morning comes when it comes." You thank her and follow the stairs upward. The staircase is narrow and painted white, with a wooden rail polished by many hands. On the wall hang framed sketches of the village, the lighthouse, the harbor, the old stone fountain, a line of boats in winter. At the top of the stairs, a small hallway leads to 3 doors. Your room is the one at the end. The key is already in the lock. Inside, the room is simple and calm. There is a bed with a white coverlet and a thick blue blanket folded at the foot. There is a small writing desk beneath the window. There is a lamp with a warm shade, a pitcher of water, and a cup made of pale ceramic. On the wall hangs a painting of the harbor at dawn. The window is open just a little. Through it comes the soft smell of salt air. You can hear the harbor below, quieter now than before. Not silence, something better than silence. A living quiet. The kind of quiet that has small sounds inside it. A rope moving, water shifting, a board settling, the far call of a night bird, the slow breath of the sea. You set the smooth stone on the desk. Beside it is a notebook. The first page is blank, except for one sentence written at the top in careful blue ink. What can the tide carry for you tonight? You sit at the desk for a moment. You do not need to write much. Perhaps only one word. Perhaps only a thought you do not want to hold while you sleep. You imagine placing it on the page, then folding the page into a small paper boat, then setting it gently in the harbor at low tide. When the water returns, it will carry the boat away. Not lost, not ignored, only held by something larger for a while. You close the notebook. There is tea on a tray near the door. A small pot, a cup, a spoon. No hurry. You pour the tea and carry it to the window. It is warm in your hands. The steam rises in faint curls and disappears into the cool sea air. Outside, the village is almost fully asleep. One by one, a few more lights go out. The harbor lamps remain. The lighthouse remains. The tide is beginning to turn. You can hear it now, very faintly, a little closer than before. Water returning through the dark channels between the stones. Water finding the boats. Water lifting what has been resting. Slowly, gently, without force. You drink the tea in small sips. Each sip is warm. Each breath is easy. The room holds you in a simple way. White walls, blue blanket, warm lamp, open window, harbor below. Nothing here asks for more from you. When the tea is finished, you set the cup on the desk and begin getting ready for bed. You close the window a little, leaving just enough space for the sea air to enter. You lower the lamp. You pull back the coverlet and feel the cool sheet beneath your hand. Then you take the blue blanket from the foot of the bed and unfold it slowly. It is heavier than it looks. Soft and warm. You lie down. The mattress gives gently beneath you. The pillow is cool. The blanket settles over your body with a reassuring weight. For a while, you simply listen. The harbor below, the tide returning, the lighthouse turning, the village sleeping. You imagine the boats lifting, little by little, as the water comes back beneath them. The red boat, the green boat, the white boat with blue trim. One by one, they rise without effort, supported by the sea. You do not need to lift everything yourself. Some things return underneath you. Some support arrives quietly. Some rest begins before you notice it has begun. Your thoughts are softer now. They do not need sentences. They do not need answers. They become simple images. A lantern on stone steps. A gray shell in a tide pool. A warm window above the harbor. A lighthouse beam moving slowly across the water. A smooth stone resting on a desk. A blue blanket. The sea coming in. Breathing in, breathing out. You can let the story become even simpler. The village, the harbor, the tide, the room, the bed, the night, below the window. Water touches the harbor wall with a small, soft sound. Again and again. Not counting, not measuring, only returning. Your body knows how to rest. Your mind does not have to lead the way. The room is dark now, except for a little light from the harbor lamps and the slow passing glow from the lighthouse. It moves across the ceiling for a moment, then fades. moves across again, then fades. Each time it comes back softer. Each time your eyes feel heavier. The tide is in no hurry. The night is in no hurry. You do not need to be in a hurry either. Far below, the last boat lifts gently from the sand. The rope gives a small creak. The water holds it. The village sleeps on. And you, held by the quiet room above a harbor, wrapped in the blue blanket, with the sea air moving softly through the window, can let yourself drift. Nothing to finish. Nothing to prove. Nothing to carry until morning. Only the tide returning. Only the harbor breathing. Only the calm village, the warm room, and the soft, dark water below. Good night.